This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition. Thank you so much for tuning in to VolunTour Kentucky. I'm your host, Randy Lanham. Today we're here in Morgantown, Kentucky at the kitchen. We're going to find out all about this great organization and how you can get involved in your community with the Soup Kitchen.
Sometimes we move so fast, life passes by, we soon regret not giving up more time for those that need a helping hand, a friend to see. Come take a trip with me, VolunTour Kentucky, VolunTour Kentucky.
Brian, thank you so much for meeting me here today.
All right.
I tell you what, I've been looking forward to coming here to the kitchen.
Yes.
Right, it's called the kitchen,
Yes,
right
sir.
here in Morgantown, Kentucky.
Yes.
Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about the kitchen? What do you do here?
Basically, we go on the premise that we're fixing dinner for our family and we invite family to come.
All right. So we're fixing to cook some food, cook some supper. All right. And here in about an hour or so, we're going to have folks coming in here.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to get to serve them.
Yes.
And sit down and eat with them.
Yes.
This is a great ministry you all have going on here.
Well, there's so many great ministries, so we're just one small part of a whole.
How long have you been doing this?
We've been working in the kitchen for 8 years now.
8 years,
Yes, sir.
serving the community for 8 years.
Yes.
And you do Monday nights and Thursday nights?
Yes.
Is that right? What time?
5, and usually we start to shut down about 6:30.
Okay, so somebody can come get a meal at 5 o'clock, anywhere
Yeah.
between 5 to around 6 or 6:30.
Yes, sir.
What if a person around this area wanted to become a volunteer? What would they need to do?
They would have to contact me. I have my phone number on the door, and we do have a Facebook page.
Right.
As of right now, all the individuals that are coming, we pretty well have we're filled up as far as volunteers and
Man,
servers.
that's awesome.
Yes, it is. However, we are looking for people that are willing to cook.
Right. So you need cookers.
Yes.
Probably some financial donations would help.
Yes, of course.
I mean, you're feeding how many people?
the beginning of the month, somewhere around 15 or so, up to 20, 25.
That's per night, though.
Yes, per night.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the month, last couple of weeks, we can get upwards of 40 people.
Wow.
Depending on the time of the year. And this time of the year, the numbers keep going up.
Now, we are in Morgantown, Kentucky, fixing some supper here, but I'm sure there's soup kitchens, if you want to call it that, or places that serve supper to people in the community all over the state, all over the world,
Yes.
for that matter. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't you think that a lot of them need volunteers?
There's always a need for someone to come in and help clean or help serve, possibly even cook. Just preparing the meals takes hours.
Right.
I've been here since about 12 o'clock, and now it is about a little after 4.
Oh, yeah.
So it takes several hours, and it takes some dedication. But it is well worth it when you see someone sitting down and eating and enjoying the meal that you fixed.
Right, and getting to sit down and fellowship with them.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The individuals that come here, if they've been coming very long at all, we have the opportunity to sit down and talk with them, and again, we become family.
That's awesome. And it looks like the stove is ready to cook some
Yes.
hamburgers.
Yes.
So we have hamburgers on the menu tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
What else do we have?
French fries and baked beans.
All right, so we're going to start with some hamburgers, and I know you've already cooked some. You've been here for a while, but we got some hamburgers over here. Can I just grab them?
Your
and
hands are clean. Go
throw
ahead.
them on. I just washed my hands, so we are good to go. So we're just going to... So now you're here by yourself, but are there other times when you have people here to help you cook?
Yes, different groups come in. Sometimes I'm here with other individuals, sometimes it's just me, and then on occasion I'm not here at all, considering certain groups come in and they take care of everything, which means they come in, they cook, they serve, they clean, and they lock up at night.
Oh, so that's kind of cool. You have organizations or teams, and they come from other churches or businesses or whatever that looks like.
Yes.
And they come in and they do it all. They
Yes.
cook, they serve, They clean up after.
Yep.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
And the goal is to have more individuals, more groups doing that.
Right.
That way they become more involved.
Right. Yeah, that
So.
totally makes sense. So you've already cooked a lot of your hamburgers, so an easy enough job to be able to do this. So a lot of volunteers could be able to,
Oh,
to do
yes.
something like this,
Yes.
right?
Cooking, some people think that cooking is hard. My daughter goes to college and she has a roommate that can't cook water, so
Yeah.
and they make jokes about it. But
Yeah.
if most people just put it on and leave it, but if you spend a little time there,
Right.
and,
Now,
and
I can't say that I'm a big cook, but I'll do my best here. Maybe I won't burn the hamburgers. But this is a good little cooker you have.
we've been blessed with it. Several, again, churches come through and say, what do we need? And they bring in things like this.
Oh, so they also bring in things you all need to cook. Not only the food or their time, some
Yes.
of them financially give, but
Yes.
they also, if you need something, if a refrigerator goes out or something, then some of them kind of step up and
Yeah.
kind of do the job. That's great. Now these hamburgers are cooking really well.
Yes, it don't take a lot of time. It's just a lot of hamburgers takes a little more time.
Right. So what else are we cooking?
We're doing French fries and baked beans. The baked beans are already done because it takes a little while to get those done.
Okay. So you just got them staying warm somewhere?
In the back, and we got 2 ovens in the back.
Oh, okay.
So we got one oven's got some fries in it, and we're going to be putting some more fries. And
Okay.
then we need to cut up the tomatoes, onions, and lettuce.
Okay, so as soon as these are done, we're going to be heading back there, getting all that ready. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Now you said this is a ministry. Tell me about that.
As far as ministries go, our heart is to do what the Lord would want, and the only way to know about that is to read it in the Bible. And what it says is that our job as Christians is to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and give shelter to those who need it. And we're just doing, again, one small part of that.
And he says, what you do for them, you do for me.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
we're
what a way.
we're not serving them, we're serving Him.
That's right. How cool is that, man?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It is. I'm
wonderful.
with you, man. I'm with you. Well, I want to thank you personally for your ministry and your heart to serve, because I'm with you. You know, you can read it so much in the Bible, but you know what? At some point, we got to get out and get it done, right?
Well, I hear people talk about it, but they never do it, and action speaks much louder than words.
Absolutely.
And the only way we're going to be able to reach anybody is to show them that we're serious.
Yeah, I hear you. Ladies, thank you so much for allowing me to sit down here with you.
Oh, you're
Now,
welcome.
I'm fixing to go get me some supper as well, and it looks so delicious, and I'm hungry. I'm fixing to go eat. But thank you for taking a few minutes of your time to talk to me.
You're welcome.
So we're filming this show, and basically what we want to do is just inspire people to volunteer in their community. They could be watching this anywhere in the world right now.
Yep.
And what we want to do is just spotlight the soup kitchens, like the place here in Morgantown that we're at right now. So how important is it, first of all, that there are places like this place that helps feed the community?
It's
Very important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's times that, if somebody's sick and they don't have it open, it's like, and some people just, where are they going to get their meal?
Right.
So, but us, we get our meal, but we also socialize with everybody.
Right.
So
See
it's
people
time
don't
for
ever
us
get
to
to
get
see.
out,
Yeah, so besides just the meal, it's a socializing
Yeah.
event too, right?
It's like family.
And all the people that volunteer, I appreciate it.
Yes.
They pay it forward, and then somebody else will pay it forward. So,
Ain't that great?
yep.
Oh, yeah.
What would you tell potential volunteers? Somebody's out there watching this show right now, and they're like, I don't know if I want to go volunteer at a soup kitchen or not. What would you tell them?
I say go for it.
Go for it.
It'd be
Yeah.
a rewarding experience.
Yeah.
Yep.
Helping people.
Yeah, absolutely.
You help people, you'll need help later. I found that out.
Yeah.
Lot. So, I'm pretty old,
No, now you don't look it.
So, oh yeah, you're lying now. But no, I found out I had 5 kids and I needed help a lot back then, and now, I need help now. And people that are younger, they come out and they help service, and I appreciate it every time. So, The food's good too.
Yeah, absolutely. It smells good, and I'm fixing to enjoy some of it. Anything else you all like to say?
Well, yeah, I'm glad they have this open here in Morgantown.
It
and
helps
people
the
does
community.
come.
Yes.
It's a good community
yeah.
socializing event. Again, you get to see folks. Sometimes you don't get to see other times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good people.
So not only the food just brings the community together.
Yes.
Right.
You have people serving, people eating, people socializing, people getting to know each other. I bet y'all probably made a lot of friends here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have fun, you know.
Yeah.
Laugh.
It's
That's
cut up
great.
all the time, but we don't have, you know, as many people in here today as we usually do. We don't have a lot. Maybe it's because it rained or something.
Right.
Because a lot of them walk over. Now, I ride because I don't drive, so she brings me. Otherwise, I wouldn't get to be here.
So y'all get to come over together.
Yeah.
All right.
Been coming for years.
Yeah.
Years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when they have their Thanksgiving and Christmas, they have their meals. Everybody, I mean, it's crowded.
Yeah.
It is crowded. And they have a lot of volunteers to help go through that.
So definitely a blessing to this community, wouldn't you say?
yes.
Yeah.
Blessing to the folks in the community.
You know, a lot of people in this town probably don't even know that it's here. And, you know, I didn't until she said something, you want to go? And I said, yeah. So we've been coming here a few years.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you both very much for your time. Very nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you both.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry to bother your supper. Y'all go
you're
ahead.
fine.
Y'all go ahead and finish up, and I'm gonna give me a
That's
plate.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Thank
need
you
to
all.
eat slow anyway.
Thank you all both very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Brian. So we're back here in the other part of the kitchen here.
Yes,
And what are we fixing to do? We're getting some fries ready.
French fries for, go with the hamburgers.
All right.
And just grab a handful, spread them out across there, kind of
Okay.
even.
All right. Want to even them out so
Yeah.
they'll cook even. Let's see here.
I like baking them. They have a crispier taste, and they're not as greasy that way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of frying them. Okay, let's see. I think I can fit. They're not perfectly flat, but they're pretty close.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Just kind of even across there.
Even across here. Okay. How does that look?
That looks good to me.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
We're ready to go in the
Now,
oven?
Just stick them in the oven there.
Okay. Right. Do you have a timer you put on?
About
you
20 minutes.
Okay, so you just
Yeah.
pay attention to it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So now what
we'll
we're
get
doing?
that, and we're going to cut some onions and tomatoes and
All right.
lettuce. So
All right. So
said you can-
I'm not a real experienced cutter, but I'm
Yeah.
going to try.
all right. Now
So-
be careful. That is very sharp.
Okay.
Cut
So I'm
the
going
ends
to cut
off
the
first.
end off first. Okay, both ends. Well, that thing's slick, ain't it?
Yeah, maybe we'll switch.
Okay.
Yeah, come over here.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's not as slick.
No.
Okay, I see.
And I'm more concerned about someone else cutting themselves than me.
All right, so ends off.
Ends off.
So this is for the hamburgers. Okay, now that I got the ends off, I'm sorry I don't have a lot of experience. Now I'm going to cut this away.
Yeah, you can cut just
Okay.
down that away, kind of about the thickness of that tomato there.
Okay. All right. Woo,
then
these
the-
onions are strong.
Yes. The outside ring will come off, and then the rest of that will be separated and put in the bowl there.
All right. All right, so let's see, the outside off. So it's gonna take, well, we gotta cut some onions and tomatoes, don't we?
And if we break them up,
Oh,
like that.
they can get little pieces.
yeah, smaller
Okay.
pieces.
Gotcha.
Not everybody want a big old slab of onion.
Oh, I got you. Now this is making me a little bit more nervous. It's getting a little
if
bit more.
you lay it over on its side and
Uh-huh.
cut from the side,
Okay, let's try that. So let me break that one up here.
kind of like this. Hold it close to
Okay.
the edge, and just cut it like this.
Cut it like this.
Further down.
Okay.
There you go. If we have
Okay.
to, we can dice it up.
Okay. Not too bad here. It's a little bit thick, but all right. Break these up, smaller pieces.
Mhm.
All right, now we're getting some onions over here.
Yeah.
All right. So how about I try a tomato this time? Is that okay?
That sounds good to me. You want to use that.
Oh, okay. That one for a tomato, I'm gonna
Yep.
swap you up. You want to do an onion?
I'll do onions.
All right. So same thing for the tomato? You cut the end off?
Just cut the ends off, or one end, and then just start slicing.
Okay. So I wouldn't keep this because of that.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. So discard that. Okay. Start slicing. Now, tell me, as we're getting this ready here, what is one of the greatest joys that you get, not just preparing the food, but I'm sure that you get to see some folks that come in here that are in need, that maybe not. You was telling me a little bit earlier about a gentleman that sometimes this may be his only hot meal that he gets.
Well, he don't really have a whole lot of family. He has no children, and he was never married. So he does have some nieces, nephews, and so on. But and the culture here, they don't cater to that. So what it is, when he can, he gets to be with his family sometimes. But most of the time, he don't even have the opportunity to have a hot meal in relation to. He's on a fixed income. He just gets wherever he can. There is a pizza place over the hill, but to be able to eat there all the time,
Right.
it's just not financially feasible.
So how good does it feel for you to be able to minister to these people, to feed these people that are hungry? Some of them are not getting good meals. Some of them are probably not getting fed at all sometimes. Maybe they're going hungry for a while. I mean, how cool is it to be able to serve folks in need?
It's kind of both two-sided. It's a great joy, but it's a great sadness at the same time, because there's so much food in this nation that it's not getting to anyone, but yet there's such a lack and such a need. And a few years ago, we had a couple come through. They didn't stay in town, but they came through town, and they hadn't eaten for 4 days. And they ate and ate and ate until I thought they were going to be sick, and I worried about them being sick from eating so much.
That they were so hungry.
And I had to spend time away so I could cry about it, because it so affected me. But at the same time, it was a joy to be able to see them eat and not have to worry about not having the money to eat.
Right.
And those were individuals. They had no car. Everything they owned was on their backs.
And you got to be a blessing to them for just a short while.
Just a small time, but and it makes me wonder where they're at and how they're doing. But at the same time, just that one opportunity was a wonderful thing to be able to be a part of.
Absolutely. What would you tell people? Anybody thinking about becoming a volunteer, might be hesitant about going to a food kitchen. You know, maybe they don't really feel comfortable. What would you tell them about volunteering here or at a soup kitchen?
Just get in it and do it.
Yeah.
Most people find that they really like it after they get started in it. And the onions are getting.
Oh, yeah.
They find that they really like it once they get started into it, but it's that first step. The hardest step is the first step.
Right.
So,
You know, I've noticed that about a lot of volunteer opportunities that I've done through the years. It's like that initial time is scary, and then after that, I fall in love with it, and I can't wait to do it the next time.
and that's what we get from most of the groups that come out to serve and work in the kitchen. They're kind of apprehensive about coming out at first and calling, and then once they come, most of our groups has been with us for a long time.
Right.
Almost, if not from the beginning.
Right. So what group we have coming tonight? Tell us about them.
They're from the Baystown area. They will tell you what church they're from when they get here.
Okay.
And they've been here 5 or 7 years. I can't remember. They'll be able to help me with that.
Okay.
But they've been here almost from the beginning, and we've watched the kids actually grow up. From children to teenagers to some of them are getting jobs, and it's been a wonderful experience just with them.
And they'll be serving tonight.
They'll be serving with you tonight.
All right. Brian, thank you for walking me through the cooking opportunities, getting all this food ready. Now, we probably should go check on our hamburgers.
Yes, we need
All
to.
right. Thank you so much for your time, Brian.
Well, thank you.
Miss Cardwell, thank you so much for meeting me here today. And I understand that your group from your church, what church y'all coming from?
New Zion Missionary Baptist Church.
Okay, now what are y'all doing down here at the kitchen in Morgantown today?
We're going to serve hamburgers and fries. We've been coming about 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
You come once a month, or how often
Once
do you
a
come?
month.
Once a month. Okay. On Mondays, I guess. Today's a
Yes.
Monday.
Yeah,
Okay. So, do you love it?
we love it.
How many of y'all come?
Anywhere, like from the youth group, 3, 4, 5, and then our pastor, Greg Fields, and his wife, Michelle, and then some, a girl that helps me, Brenda, and then her daughter.
So you got a pretty good group that comes down here.
Yeah.
Do y'all love it?
We love it.
Once a month on
Once a
Mondays, you
month.
get to come down here. How cool is it not only to be able to get some of the food ready, to serve these folks in the community, and also go and fellowship with them after you serve them.
Yeah, and we've made friends with some of them.
Yeah.
You know, they become really close to us.
Why do you feel it's necessary for people to volunteer?
It's an
Or to
outreach.
serve.
It's an
Yeah.
outreach.
Do the kids love it?
Yes, they do. And they are good about meeting and greeting and serving, and also the cleanup. You know, that's part of it too.
Yeah, that's right.
Doing the dishes and mopping, and it's all part of it.
Yeah. That's awesome that y'all come down here. I appreciate your service so much.
Thank you.
What would you tell somebody out there watching today, maybe hesitant about coming to a food pantry to serve at a soup kitchen?
You would have to experience it to know what a blessing that you receive from doing this. And our church as a whole, you know, sponsors it, and we just love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you get a chance, you know, it would be good to volunteer.
Yeah.
If not in the food kitchen, something else.
Yeah.
As an outreach.
We're called to serve each other, right?
That's right.
What better way to do it is to cook and serve others in need, right?
That's right.
Thank you for your service, and thank you
you
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all both so much for being willing to sit here and talk with me. And I'm fixing to go get me a bite to eat here in just a little bit. But I just want to ask you all's opinion about volunteering in the community. Today, we're here at a soup kitchen in Morgantown, Kentucky, and we're just kind of spotlighting soup kitchens around the state and around the world. I'm sure there's soup kitchens all over the place that feed meals. And so what is your opinion about the volunteers that come in here and serve, the people that donate the food, the people that serve the food? What would you tell them?
Well, I would say thank you, and it's well needed around Morgantown.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, it helps us out when I do it.
Yeah. So it's truly a blessing, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
I know the Lord blesses me in so many ways and blesses us all in lots of different ways. So I would think that soup kitchens all around are a blessing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say so, yeah.
And maybe somebody's watching the show, they're not really sure about becoming a volunteer somewhere. What would you tell them?
I would say go for it.
It's a good feeling to be able to serve others.
Yeah.
wouldn't you say? What would you tell a potential volunteer, somebody thinking about volunteering somewhere? That's okay.
I would tell them to go for it, and one of these days they might need help.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Now, who do we have sitting over here with us?
it's our grandson, Preston.
Preston? Preston Jr. All right, I'm going to pull a chair up over here and just talk to you for a minute, Preston. All right? So, Preston, how old are you? 4 years old? Are you enjoying this supper? What do you like the best? You like the hamburger the best or the fries?
Fries.
You like the fries the best? Well, I'm fixing to get me some of them fries. I'm going to let you know what I like the best, okay? Is the food good then? Now, what do you think about it? Ain't it nice that some volunteers to come out and being able to serve like this? Now, what would you tell somebody? They're sitting at home. They may be watching this show right now. They might be thinking, you know what? I don't know if I want to become a volunteer or not. What would you tell them?
Good.
Good? Do you think we all ought to be out here serving and volunteering? Huh? So look in that camera right there and you tell everybody out there, look at that camera right there. You see it? You tell everybody out there, say, y'all come out now and volunteer. We tell them that?
Tell them.
Say that.
Come out and volunteer.
Volunteer. Come out, volunteer.
That's right. That's right. So you enjoying your supper? Good. Now I won't keep you. Give me 5. It was nice to meet you, buddy, okay? Thank you all very much for your time. I appreciate it very much. All right, me and Mr. Glendon here, my new friend, we want to say thank you for watching VolunTour Kentucky. We hope you tune in the next time. Say bye, Mr. Glendon.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
This program is made possible by Anthem Medicaid. Anthem Medicaid is with you every step of the way. And Kentucky Legend, your everyday tradition.